Good, how are you?
Good.
Welcome back, final year. Just how does it feel going into your final fall camp and just knowing that this is your last go around?
It's kind of surreal. It went by extremely fast. Even though it's going to be my 6th year, it seems like it has gone by really fast.
Did it go as you ever expected? I mean, would you have ever looked back 6 years ago and thought to yourself, I'll still be playing
No,
at Oregon in 6 years?
no, definitely not. But I think everything kind of happens for a reason. So, I'm here for a reason. I'm excited to get after it.
So, lifelong Oregonian. What does I realize the move to the Big Ten's been like a year in the making, Pat? But like officially, it's Friday, even though the logo's literally right behind you.
Yeah.
So what will this mean? Like that your final year, you get to play in the Big Ten, and that's part of the reality for this institution, for this team, for this school. That your whole life you grew up as a Pac-10 or Pac-12 school.
Yeah, it's kind of sad, but I think it's kind of cool. See the direction where college football's headed. It's not what I grew up with, but I think there's a lot of great opportunities for it. So I think it's an exciting time.
When, especially across that league, that last week in media day, everybody was asking about the physicality and whether or not the West Coast schools are ready for it. When you play one of the positions that kind of is a display of that physicality, what do you think about it? What do you think about that aspect of things? As if you didn't play Utah before.
Yeah. We'll see. I think we're a very physical team. I think we can hang with the best of them. So we'll find out.
You've now got a lot of experience with it being year 3 of Dan Lanning's era. Just how, from his first season and your first fall camp with him, how much kind of has the culture and team grown and changed and molded to this year?
Yeah, it's definitely changed a lot. All the new coaching staff came in. I think everybody's kind of getting a feel, or everybody has a feel now of the coaches. So I think everything's kind of gelled together really nicely.
Where have you grown the most on the field over your career here?
Probably blocking. I think I came in, I was like 219, 220, and I thought I was going to be a pass catcher, and came here and picked up blocking, and I found success in it. So that's kind of been where I don't know.
Is that a challenging mental evolution for a skilled tight end coming out of high school into college to you probably have everyone probably has aspirations of I'm going to go catch 70 passes a season, but then you kind of find a way.
I just really wanted to get on the field at the time, so doing whatever I had to do to get on the field is kind of what I wanted to do, and kind of led me to that. So I'm happy.
How has your relationship with Terrence over the years gotten you better?
A lot. I think we've really grown the last 2 years, and there's things that he helps me out tremendous, and then I'll help him out too with some things, but we've really just grown together. It's been really fun to watch him.
He said he thinks you're the most selfless guy on the team. Why do you think he would say that?
I don't know why I'd say that.
How fun was it being here at Jane Sanders Stadium with Justin the other day?
That was really fun. I haven't swung a baseball bat in probably 6 or 7 years, so it was fun to get out there and do it again.
You got to face an actual D1. I mean, when you
Yeah.
stepped in the box, did you think you were going to get at least something?
No, I kind of went in thinking nothing good was going to happen. Softball pitching is a lot different than baseball pitching. Props to her.
You've kind of suffered a lot of change. You've been here for 6 years.
Mm-hmm.
You've kind of you stuck with it. You're still here. What would it mean, for this team to bring home a national championship? What would it mean to you? What would it mean to the university? What would it mean to the city of Eugene?
Yeah, I think it would mean everything. Oregon's been close a couple of times, but they've never done it. So I think in the midst of all these changes, I think this year would be a great time to do it.
You talked about your blocking. Do you get just as much enjoyment out of a good block as you do a big catch?
I'd probably say I get more out of a good block than a big catch. I don't know, that's where I find value, and I think it's more fun.
Why is it more fun?
I don't know. You're not in the spotlight as much. It kind of goes under the radar. I kind of like that.
You played with some pretty good QBs here, and now with Dylan coming in, what can you tell us about him? What's it like going from your brother to Bo to Dylan now? These skilled QBs.
They're all different in their own ways, and they're all extremely talented. Dylan's another extremely talented quarterback. Brings a lot of experience to the table, so should be a fun year for him.
A lot of the receivers have talked about his leadership so far in just the short time he's been here. What can you tell us about that?
Yeah, he came in, didn't say a whole lot, kind of just worked, and I respect that from him. And then he's over the last little bit, he's kind of developed into a leader, and now he's our guy.
Is it tougher to catch a ball from a lefty than a righty, or how's that different?
First couple times is a little weird, but after a couple throwing sessions, it's same old.
Have you been in the band yet?
I have.
What's it like? What are rides like with that?
Well, he won't listen to one song for more than like 30 seconds, so there's a lot of changing. It's loud in there sometimes, but it was fun.
Do you feel like he's making audibles in the car to the stereo?
Yeah, I think he said that we get through more songs if you only listen to 30 seconds. So that was his deal.
Are you if you were in control? Are you like a listen to a whole album guy? Are you a stick in the same genre?
Yeah, I'd probably stick to the same genre, at least the whole song. But
You and Terrence, I've seen on my Instagram feed every once in a while. You and Terrence showing up, selling me some Toyota trucks.
Yeah.
What's that experience been like for you? Kind of like experiencing like that kind of side of this business now.
It's really kind of weird coming in. Just me and Terrence have talked about it all the time. Like coming in to college, 18 years old, you get your stipend, you live off that, and now like things are a little bit different. I think there's good things and bad things about it, but I don't know. It's exciting.
Does it get weird to like talk about? Because like all of a sudden it's like something that people like it was like a no-no to talk about. Now people assume they know how much money like you have and like.
I don't know. I honestly don't really talk about it a whole lot. Yeah, I don't know.
So you're not going to tell us how much money you have?
Yeah.
Not as much as you think, probably.
Well, we know what kind of truck you drive. I mean,
Yeah.
your pictures. Are
Yeah,
bad,
yeah.
So, I mean, that's pretty sweet. Tell us about as a guy who has one of those, the fact that your quarterback drives a minivan.
I think it just kind of shows what kind of guy he is. He could go probably drive whatever he wanted to, but I think he wants to haul people around, which is kind of cool. So
If other quarterbacks on the team had whatever cars they may actually have, what would you actually connect to Dante, Austin? What would you say
What would they drive?
If minivan connects to Dylan and fits his personality, what fits the other guy?
Austin drives a lifted truck, and that fits him perfectly. I think Dante drives a Tesla, and that fits him pretty well too. And I don't know what the other guys drive, but pretty fair.
As one of those 6-year guys, Pat, that's left, what's the connection like between you and Keon? It's just different as guys who left from than the Rose Bowl team. And
We've definitely kind of grown over the years. When we came in, Keon and I probably weren't the closest. But every year, like more and more people leave, and then you look down, it's just us two. We went to Guatemala together on a service trip like 2 years ago, and we got really close during that. So I'm glad he's still here with me.
When you have a guy like Dylan who's driving in the minivan and he's doing all this stuff, as a new guy coming in, how do you, not you but him, but how do you kind of figure out like what's a shtick and what's not, like who's trying too hard and what's real, what's not real? I mean, does it take a minute to embrace the minivan?
Yeah, I'm sure. That's a good question. He came in and was quiet, like just kind of felt it out, and I think that's kind of what you got to do is you just got to see how things go, feel things out.
Kind of slowly find
Yeah.
a place on the team?
Yeah.
As someone who has been here a good while, seen 6 different teams, how would you describe this year's team, and how is it different and maybe better than some of the other teams that you've been a part of?
We're extremely talented. We have a lot of talent on this team. I think just the way college football's changed, you got guys coming in, guys leaving. So it's been a lot different than, say, like the 2019 team where people stick around. But we're extremely talented. So if we can put it all together, we should have a great year.
Any place in particular that you're excited about, team in particular from the Big Ten you're excited about playing?
Any team in particular I'm excited about playing?
Yeah.
just Idaho right now.
Thanks, Patrick.
Yep.
Thank you.
Thank you.